Praise the Lord, everyone. Thank you for tuning in with Dr. Leisha, the preacher. And
I am delivered 25.
yay, we are a mother daughter team, and we are about to review the poem that I've recently shared, the shorts. I made this poem 6 years ago. I posted it 6 years ago. I'll put it that way. I posted it 6 years ago here on YouTube, but it was created in 2017, specifically, I believe, on September 8th, 2017, during a family message. Okay. And so we're going to review the poem, and we're going to review it, talk about it, um, and share our experience about it.
Well,
Okay.
first, leading up to the poem, basically what happened is we had a family text message, well, a family group text messaging thing, and my mother was trying to get to the bottom of everybody's opinion and perspective in the relationship, in the marriage between my mother and my stepfather. But my stepfather wasn't speaking up, so that's why she brought it to the children, which was inappropriate to do, but she had no choice because the husband wouldn't speak up. And so everybody got to put in their opinion. I was one of the only people that didn't get to put in their opinion because I was already in rehab at the time. And so because I was in rehab, I just ignored the group chat. But now, as time went on, and now I'm ready to face everything, I've been able to read the text messages back, which brought my mom's memory back to why she even wrote the poem in the first place. So,
Right. So this poem was written, inspired by a family group text. I was a corny mom, so I would do, group, text to keep everybody on the same page so I didn't have to repeat stuff like six, seven times. We had a large family. So I didn't want to exclude anyone. So certain topics I would just do group chats. And so on this particular day, the topic came up about the sugar baby in the family. The sugar baby had been around for some years already.
at the time, it was actually my girlfriend back in 2012 from 2013. But what happened is it didn't work out. And so we broke up, but she decided to stay within the family. She decided to stay in the house with the family. And so when she did that, it caused a lot of friction because I was trying to move on in my relationship. My mom was trying to move on in her marriage. And then my brothers were just kind of around watching everything happen while my sister already moved on with her life. And so everybody's trying to do their own thing, but my stepdad couldn't let go of my ex girlfriend, which turned into his sugar baby, which turned into my brother's girlfriend. It just turned, she just became so many things within the family after our breakup. It didn't make any sense.
And so here we are, September 8th, 2017, and I'm being accused of being basically a hoe by my own adopted son. All because his father is involved with his own daughter's lover. And by this time, this particular son that's calling me a hoe is also involved with this same girl. So you have father and sons involved with the same girl that was originally my daughter's girlfriend,
And this,
ex girlfriend at this point.
and this is what makes me denounce being a lesbian because it blew up the whole family.
Okay, we have a comment. So I have comments on it. Oh my God, I can't hold this phone up. Drop my phone again. Okay, that is from if you don't stop dropping yourself, I don't know. I'm gonna pull out my sludge hammer. Yeah, this is a crazy situation here. Click like. subscribe, hit that notification bell, keep up with our story. We're going to keep coming out and sharing more. But let's go ahead and play the poem from that day, from a family meeting, um, a text message. And the topic at this time was addressing the sugar baby in our family. And the response is basically, Mom, you the hoe. So from that comes this poem. On a different video, I will actually read the text message unless we have time in this live. We'll see. But I need you to click like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll continue to read comments as well. Thank you. Want to play the video? Yeah, so once my son basically accused me of being the hoe, um, yeah, you just have to go to my channel and then and play it. I can, if you go to my channel, then I can pull it up. The poem. Yeah, so basically, once my son accused me of being the hoe, and that the point of the sugar baby was to replace my daughters and me. So it was almost like my ex-husband, the stepfather, the adoptive father in this situation. He was a stepfather, adoptive father. He didn't have any natural children in the situation, thank the Lord. But, you know, once he did that, I had to shut it down and just own it and say, son, you're right. You're right. You're right. And I created this poem and I began to really um, focus on women in the Bible that are considered prostitutes, whores. Let's see. Okay. We could even do it by the shorts because I just made the shorts. So, yeah, here we go. Let's see.
Yeah, do the shorts.
Okay. So I think this is the beginning of it, so I'll just play it. Okay, here we go. We go. You ready for my poem? I'm excited. Woo. Still am. I was a whore. Still am. It's not my fault completely. It started at age 5. No matter how many degrees I tried to get, I'm still a whore. I can't get it off. No matter how many children I raise and save, I'm still a whore. I can't get it off. No matter how many good men I marry or churches I join, I'm still a whore. We go. You ready for my poem? I'm excited. Okay, so there's more to it, but we can, just chit chat on that a little bit so far.
What do you think now?
It's still relevant because I don't even have a relationship, not even having sex today, per se. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still going to be perceived as a bad mother, hateful, a whore, a hoe, whatever.
How do you think you can switch the tone to gain more traction from what you're talking about? Because I think the message is solid, but I think the delivery can be stronger.
Okay, it depends on what our conversation is. We're switching gears on my delivery. Is that what this video is about, my delivery?
No, this is just random.
Oh, okay, well, I'm just trying to keep up with you.
Okay, yeah, this is
Okay, so
random.
we're talking about my delivery. Okay,
Yeah.
so how can I Okay, I guess I guess my focus at the second. I can hang with you, but we're switching gears from the meaning of my poem to the delivery of my poem. So we're switching gears. At first, I was trying to get the meaning of my poem out, but we're going to switch gears to how I can better deliver my poem. So let's keep up with it.
I think the meaning is solid. I think the meaning.
So we're back to meaning. We're not talking about delivery now.
No, it's about the delivery. But I'm
Okay, go
just
ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
coming back on it real quick.
Go
But I
ahead.
think the meaning is solid because you've been doing it for years and you've been able to gain so much traction from the way that you've been delivering it. So I'm just thinking of like what could be a new way of delivering the same message.
Okay, I wrote the poem 6 years ago. So that was the first that was presenting it.
Mhm.
Okay. The delivery is the fact that my son has piped up and admitted to being involved with this girl as well.
Mhm.
The girl came on the scene. So this is present day delivery. So he's the deliverer because of his recent confessions, his recent, involvement.
Yeah.
So he's driving this 6-year-old poem. He made it alive again. And then that caused me to go find, well, I didn't know to go find this text message. I didn't know this text messages. I mean, this text messages from 2017, a group text that no one cared about. And I had to shut it down after that
Right.
comment. I'm like, oh my God, my kids are
You
calling
shut
me
it. You
whores.
shut it down to bring it back alive today. By you
Yes,
shutting it down, you were able to open the door back up to it today.
yes, yes. See how like something that was considered dead back then
Hmm. It's still breathing today.
is still breathing. Yeah.
That says a lot. That says a lot about your delivery because if you were able to come in subtle with everything. You came in gentle with your delivery,
Mm-hmm.
and so with that, by me trying to get myself together, and then him popping up on my stream, allowed your poem to come back alive
Come back
again.
alive again.
So you can have the same approach if you want to, or you could change up the balls in your court now.
Now I'm gonna make it a song. I can tweak it to current day events, and I'm gonna take it to the studio. This is just another song. It's a poem. It started off a poem.
That's the strategy.
Now it's a song, which is a part of the movie and TV show. And
So every confession is a new stepping stone.
boom,
That's the strategy.
that's the strategy.
And that will complete your theory.
Girl, this is all about the eternal deficit of mankind. The moment you raise a son and he call you a hoe, start counting. That's evidence of debt in the system. That's a good at that point. Pull out the text message.
Sure.
Your phone. You just
It's
have
on
it right
my
here.
yeah. It's
Right
on.
here. Okay. Yeah, this is a good point too, because what he wrote represent everything that his dad wouldn't say, wouldn't do, wouldn't, you know what I mean? He don't realize that he was his dad's mouthpiece that day. Because his dad was in that text message. And his dad, from what I can see, did not shut him down. He didn't stop him. That's what took me out of pocket. You gonna let our son talk to me that way? Let me read it. Let me see what it says. Let me see. This let me see, hold on, let's find one. Yeah, this is when we say, "Oh, this is my fault." I said, "Oh, this is my fault." This is when I start shutting things down. I was like, "Okay, okay."
Yeah. So he just got real flagrant in the text messages telling me and my sister that we need a reminder of our place and position in the family.
Here, you can read that part. That's where you have one to. If you wanted to point out anything, you can. So it's like at this point, September 8, 2017, clearly this text message shows, and we're gonna start reading it. It's kind of out of order, but we'll figure it
He
out in a
told
second.
he told us, me and my sister, to just get our head right before we think we can step on anyone's name. And the name that he's speaking about is my ex girlfriend.
Which is the sugar baby on my show. And where did he say that she replaced y'all? I
I
was
don't think you
like,
put it in.
what?
I don't think you put it in this thread.
Yeah, so it's almost like, you know,
Yeah, it's not in this thread.
she she had the ability, the power, the position to replace his adopted sisters.
He gave her a name in the family. He gave her a position in the family after I denounced her from my life. I had already broken up with her in 2013, and she was still lingering around as if we were still in a relationship, like we had a kid together or something.
Yeah.
She was getting pregnant with different ideas of how to stay in the family.
And she just took over. She took over the husband and the two adopted sons in that time frame, you know. And I mean, he already made it known in 2011 he didn't want me. He regretted marrying me in the whole 9 yards. And she was an adult. This is a grown woman. My husband was an adult. In 2017, my boys are adults. And if they want to choose this woman collectively together as men and let me and my daughters go and bragging about replacing us, cool. So be it. What am I supposed to do with that? But let go. So this is, yeah, when you can do that. And so, you know, now I'm able to come out with more, text messages, emails, and pictures and things to explain, what I've been talking about on my channel all along. My channel came out with me confessing and taking on. Okay, yeah, so this is my son at 19 years old. He's 19 years old around this time, I think. 19, no more than 20, maybe 20. And he says, love my mama and my sisters. Sometimes the sisters need a reminder, though, where they stand because they get ahead of themselves. Well, your sisters are older than you. Of course, your adopted sisters that are older than you would be ahead of you.
That were birthed from the mother that's raising you.
Yeah, they are my birth children. You're adopted. They were my birth daughters that were older than you. Just get your head right before you think you can step on anyone's name. The name he's talking about is the sugar baby. The sugar baby is messing around with my husband. The sugar baby is messing around with you. You stole $4,000 from your daddy to spend on the sugar baby. By this time, he is standing up for his girlfriend and his daddy's girlfriend. They were sharing the same girl that they stole from their sister, who already broke up with this girl.
And one thing about that is, even with me breaking up with her, by them sharing the same girl that I've already broken up with, it shows a violation within the family. It was already a violation under God's watch by me messing around with the girl in the first place. But that's another violation for the family members to start messing around with the same sin.
Yes, yes. And then he went so far as to say, because I'm not going to have it. What is there not to have? I did the same for y'all, but you shall need to stop getting out of line with my other sister, Kat. He put it there. I'll just put it there. I said my other daughter's name. So
See, one thing about my mom is that she respected me enough not to say her name until I came into realization about her. She just called her sugar baby when she could have been blatantly saying this girl's name, but she had enough respect for me to give her a nickname until I came into realization about it. And she still calls her sugar baby when she could be calling her by her real name.
so I don't see the one. I'm gonna have to
Yeah, you didn't
send.
send
I
them
didn't
all to
send you the
me.
one that I wanted to send. Hold on. But I do want to say that one of the things I did put, y'all men in the family have no choice but to let us girls heal about stuff you will never understand nor agree. When it's time to come together again, we all will. But I will admit, this is a part that my ex did put in here. I will, this is the, you know, what do you call it? Well, I don't see my little bell. But this is what he wrote in response to all of this. I can't change any of the things I've done and mistakes I've made. If I have offended anyone with my actions, I ask for your forgiveness. We have to take steps towards healing. That's all we ever got from that man. That's all. That's the only confession, admission. That was it. That was it. And that's not even fully admitting anything.
That's not admitting anything at all.
That's not admitting anything at all. Here we are falling apart as a family. And that's what he come with. I put forgiveness is an individual one-on-one process that can't be thrown across like a blanket. He tried to just throw it across like a blanket, like a grave blanket. A grave blanket. When you bury something and walk away, you just throw the blanket over it because it don't even matter no more. And so here's your brother coming back again, my adopted son, sticking up for the sugar baby, y'all. Listen, I mean, they were really getting it on during this time. Do what y'all do. Just don't disrespect my sister. It's the point that I want to make. She ain't even your sister. What the hell are you talking about? She's your adopted sister's ex girlfriend from years ago. This is so sad.
On top of that, he ended up messing around with her in a serious manner too. So he's calling his own. That's like speaking in a spiritual sense of incest.
You know?
If you're calling somebody that you're actually in love with your sister.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just weird. Um, just as I protect the family I grew up with, I protect the family I built. So he built her. He built a relationship with this girl. What exactly did you build with her? So behind your adopted sister's back from 2013 to 2017, you were building another sister behind her back. That's what he's saying. And I am not letting no one step on that. So it was him keeping her around, just as strong as his dad's money was. Dad's money was keeping her around, but it was his relationship that was keeping his commitment.
They used the love that I had for her to hold on to her.
Yes.
They used the love that I had for her to hold it against whatever we had going on.
Yes, yes. Because they wouldn't even know her without you. Your stepdad and your two brothers would have never known this girl without you. And they secretly, in front of you, behind your back, in every way possible, built a life with her. She is still around today, y'all. And he says, I am not letting no one step on that. I support y'all in healing 100%, but y'all can't say nothing about my siblings. I'm out.
Well, I can say a lot about your siblings because I'm the sibling. The family that you were allowed to be raised in helped you get to the position that you are in today to even say those kind of words. My mom gave him a life that he never could have imagined if she never entered into his life. And the crazy thing about it is that they both needed each other. My mom needed another son, and my brother needed a mom. So for them to need each other and for him to turn his back on the same mother that needed him is crazy.
And he says, you can't take the blame for destiny. You can't take the blame for destiny, Ma. So he's saying it was destined for his dad to cheat on me with this girl, for him to sleep with this girl. You know what I'm saying? He's saying this was destiny. Okay. If it weren't meant to happen differently, it would have. So he's trying to explain to me that this sugar baby had the right to be in our family. I mean, they were committed to her in ways that we never could accept. There you go. We just couldn't accept it.
Cared about.
Never cared about. And so your sister said, I don't agree, but going to bed. I still love everyone. She's like, I don't agree with all that shit, but I'm going to bed. I tell you, I love my daughters, you know. Y'all stayed on cue. That's good.
That's all of them.
Yeah, I got to finish sending the other ones because it was one main one that I had wrote. Hold on, it might be right here. Oh, here it goes. No, it's right here, baby. So this is the part where he trying to call me out. He trying to, my son. He says, laugh all out. Y'all funny. Loyalty been out the window. Go back to y'all healing. I hope y'all can see the real shit y'all been doing all y'all whole lives. If anyone should be talking about betrayed loyalty, it should be dad. That man is bending over backwards. See, from 2013, 2011, to ever since he forced me to adopt these boys, he turned them against me from the beginning. I never had a chance as their adoptive mother. No matter how many diapers I changed, no matter how many bottles I made, no matter how many times I sent them to school, they were both special ed kids. No matter, none of them got arrested. As far as I know, neither one of them been in jail. No matter how much I did to fight for them, to make them the men they are today, I'm not going to get credit because he, the adoptive father, never wanted me from day one. He never wanted them. We were all used for his image, and when it was convenient to throw us away, he did. To the point where these boys think that a girl off the street is more family than we are. That's sad. So everything I've ever done is thrown out the window because this boy was raised wrong, right up under my nose. And has been ever since new men were coming into the house. New men came in the house because your daddy approved it. He told me he didn't want me. He didn't want me. And we took a whole year together to research opening up the marriage. And he the one that violated. I never violated our open marriage agreement. Never. Never. You better put some respect on it. Who the fuck is it, a 19-year-old adopted motherfucker to tell me what I better fucking do? Stay in your fucking place, little boy. Keep fucking the sugar baby and shut your damn mouth. Telling me how to be respectful. Little boy, who wants to wake up to this bullshit? You woke up to that bullshit for 5 years. A white woman 8 years older than you drove all the way from Michigan to New York to take you from your white mama to bring you back to Michigan to fuck you for 5 years with another man in the house. You wake up to that bullshit. You woke up to that bullshit for 5 years your own damn self. You followed your daddy's footsteps, slept with the same woman, and then turned around and lived the same life as he did. Put some respect on that. So that's where my poem came from, guys. An adopted child trying to check me and put me in my place in the presence of my husband who agreed to everything I've ever done. He loved licking the sperm off of me after a man was done. He didn't even want me to shower. But you know about all that because you live with a woman and a man for 5 years that were older than you. So you know all about slurping and licking behind somebody. Just like your daddy. And still doing it to this day. Defending that woman instead of the woman that raised you. Instead of the sisters who were there for you. So what if y'all act like regular siblings that explored and played and adventurous and whatever the hell, the good days and bad days? How dare you hold that against your sisters so you can run off with a home wrecking hoe in the name of your father? Money. That's filthy. While you talking about me, little boy, check your damn self and your daddy and your brother and your stepmama and the sugar baby and whatever else y'all sharing together. Anything else you'd like to say, daughter?
Nope, I'm good.
Ladies, don't let the men in your life run over you and your daughters. Stand up to them. I don't care if it take 10 years. You get your dignity back. You get your respect back. And you let them know just how hoe you are. Click like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And make these motherfuckers get on their knees and confess who the Lord really is.